Okay, so just a little reminder that because we are going to be doing some mobility stuff like we usually do in this one. So working around that, like exploring what feels good, that I encourage you to do. If anything actually causes pain, stop. Don't do that. Or if it just feels funny, if it just doesn't feel good for you, you change it around or take it back a notch. Because, you know, most things I start with one way and then show other ways you can do them. But stick with the first or easier way if that feels good and the other things don't. So we're just going to explore some of that. So we'll get some core workout and we'll get some mobility in here too. But just especially with the mobility and stuff, if it doesn't feel good for you, don't do that. All right. So let's just start on our hands and knees. And we'll just start with some cat-cows. So we'll bring our head down, tuck the chin, arch the back, or round the back, and then bring the eyes up, the head up, and go again. Taking it nice and slow. Good, again, bringing eyes up first. And then tuck the chin. And again. Good, now bring your head about back to just regular old hands and knees. And we're gonna do a little twist here. So kind of like you're looking towards your back pocket or looking at something behind you. Good. Now we're going to bring the elbows down to the floor and take our knees out wider. And we're going to get a little rock going. So play with how far apart feels good for the knees. You can go really far forward or not. Just play with this movement. Keeping the head looking straight ahead. Good. All right. Now we're going to bring it up into a downward dog. So get those hands planted. Coming up on the toes. And we're pushing back, pushing that hiney back. Pushing the heels towards the floor, but don't worry if they don't touch. Good. Now a little pedal here. Good. All right, now we're going to come down. Now one leg, one knee is going to stay on the ground. The other foot's going to go out to our side. So we're making, I don't know what the shape is, but this is the shape we're making. And then we're going to bring our hand to the floor in front of the knee that's on the floor. So kind of making, let me turn sideways. Making a little square here. And this knee's out to the side. Now all we're going to do here is bring an arm up and then bring it back down. You can make it a little twist underneath if you want. So we're opening up the spine, the upper spine here. Opening up the hips. Good, one more. All right, now we're going to work it around to get the other leg. So now the other knee's on the floor. Other leg is out to our side. We're gonna bring the hand down, and then we're gonna bring the other arm up high. And then down, and open, and down, and open. Good, one more. Good. Okay, now we're gonna come down to our side, laying on one side. And find a way that you get this part comfortable here. And we're bending this bottom foot behind us. Other leg is going to be straight out. All right, and then we're gonna lift this leg, and then we're gonna do a little touch front, make a little rainbow, touch it back. Touch, rainbow it back. Good. Like you've got something on the floor, you're having to bring it over. Little arch here. Good. You can make it a little bigger if you want. Good. All right, we're gonna switch it to the other side. So flip it on around. Get yourself situated. That bottom foot bent down or bent behind you. And then a little tap in front. Tap, tap, tap. Good. So it comes up and moves back, up and moves front. Good. Okay, so we're gonna come around to all those again. We're gonna add something to some of them. Okay, so we're coming back to all fours for our cat-cow. All right, so we're gonna tuck the chin around the back. Bring the eyes up. Tuck the chin. Eyes up. Good. And you don't have to go at the same pace I'm going. You can experiment with a little slower if you want. Or make it a little quicker. Whatever feels good for you this morning. Good. One more time to tuck that chin. Bring the eyes back to the horizon. Now, look around behind. Look around behind. Good. Good. Now take those knees wider, elbows down to the ground, and more rocking here. So we'll rock forward, rock back. Experiment with how far out your arms are. You may find that it feels better one way or another. You can also experiment here if you want to tuck toes up under you, heels up, instead of laying out flat, that's fine. Good. Two more little rocks here. Good. Okay, so now we're gonna come back to that downward dog. So planting those hands, pushing back. You can keep a bend in the knees if you need to. If your hamstrings are feeling tight, that's fine. Let's get a little pedal going. Okay, and now we're gonna add a little something here. So maybe make your stance a tiny bit wider if it was real narrow. And what we're going to aim to do, again, if this is too much, skip it. Just stay in your down dog or keep pedaling. But we're going to aim to tap, 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 tap. Good. Again, bending the knees is fine. Or straighten it out. And you can experiment if you're doing the taps with how far you're tapping. Are you going to hit your shin or just tap a knee? Good, let's do 2 more. All right, bring it down. We're going to do those little rotations. So 1 knee on the ground, 1 knee out to the side. Bring that hand down to the ground in front. Good. And then bring that arm up high and down. Open up and down. Let's do 2 more here. Good. Now let's switch around those knees. So the other one goes on the ground now. Other foot comes out in front. We're bringing the hand down to the ground. Remember, we're making this a little square. And then we're going to bring that arm up high and twist it down. Open it up. Twist it down. Now, as that hand moves, we're following it with our eyes. If you need to take it slower, some people might find they feel a little dizziness if they move too fast. So you can take it slower if you need to. Now let's do 2 more, or whatever pace you're at. Good. Okay, we're going to come to the side lying little deal. I'm so technical in my terms. All right, here we go. So we're raising this leg, thinking about using this little outer part of our glutes here. Sometimes it helps to put a hand on the part you're working. Kind of give that muscle a little tactile reminder. And then now let's try a little front and back. So we'll tap to the front, make a little rainbow tap to the back. It doesn't have to be far front or back. Just a little motion here. Good. Good. All right, now we're going to switch it around to the other side. So get situated, get that foot tucked to the back, and then we're going to use this muscle, bring that leg up, squeeze right there. Good. All right, now the little tap to the front, rainbow over, tap. Good. All right, one more time, we're going to go through all those. So we're coming back to our cat-cow. And we'll move on to other things. All right, on all fours. Knees right underneath those hips. Wrist under the shoulders. Let's tuck that chin around the back. Bring the eyes up. Arch the back. Tuck and round. Eyes up. Remembering to breathe. Good, eyes back to the horizon. Look behind. Look behind. Good. All right. Widen the knees. Elbows come down to the floor. Again, modify this if it doesn't feel right for you. Now let's do some rocking here. Keeping our eyes looking straight ahead. Not staring at the mat. Not trying to stare at the sky. You can keep your rocks little. That's fine too. Good. All right. Let's come to our downward dog. So find the version that feels right for you. You can push way back, get those heels close to the floor. That's fine. You can keep heels off. You can keep knees bent. You experiment here, find what feels good. And then if you'd like to add that tap, tap, tap. And you're doing one hand to the opposite knee or shin or toes, depending on how bendy. Good. Now let's just pedal those heels out a little more. Good, and then come on down. We're gonna do our little thoracic spine rotations here. So one knee on the ground, one foot out to the side, bringing our hand down to the ground, and then open it on up. And twist. Open it up, and twist. Good, we're gonna switch to the other side. So put the other knee on the floor, bring the other leg out to the side, hand down to the floor. Good, open up that chest, twist it down, open up. Remember, it's not a contest. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing or anyone else is doing. It's just working on opening up some parts that may be a little tight. We're all built different. If you're moving, you're doing good. Good, I'm gonna do one more here. All right, so one more time coming down to our side. Good, bringing that leg up. Squeezing that glute, using that muscle on your hip. Good. And now we're going to bring the little front and back. So add the little rainbow, front and back. Good. Now flip it over, other side. Good. And bring that leg up. Little squeeze. Squeeze. Good. Now let's add the little rainbow. Front and back. Loop and over each time, up and over. Good, and one more. All right. So grab yourself a sip of water. We're going to move to our next little set of exercises. Okay. So we're going to lay on our back here. Make sure I don't kick my plant. All right. Toes are going to come up towards the sky. We're going to reach our hands up. I believe y'all have done this one with me before. So we're just going to reach for our toes. So we're going to reach, 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 reach. Now, if anybody is just feeling super feisty and wants to take this up a notch, you can go down, up, down, up. Or just keep it right here. Reach, 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 reach. Good. Okay, we're going to come back on all fours and do a bit of crawling. But we're going to do a little bit different this time. So again, you can keep it to the regular little crawl here, or flip those toes under and bring your knees up off the mat. This is a harder version, but the other one does awesome things for you too. So what we're going to do though is we're going to pretend we're just on a little axis here, so we can't go anywhere. So we're going to take it around in a circle. So even if you want to try the advanced version, I suggest the easier version to start with. Good. Okay, we're going to take it around the other way. So it might be a little coordination going here. We're moving opposite arm and leg, remember? Good. And then again, other way. And keep that head looking up. Don't stare at your hands. Good. Other way. And again, if this is one that makes you feel dizzy at all, take it slower. Good. Again. Whoop, I got off. There we go. Opposite arm and leg. And the other way one more time. Good. All right. Now let's come and sit on our rear. We're going to have knees bent. We're going to keep the heels either lightly on the floor, or if you're feeling really awesome today, you can try lifting them in a second. Arms are going to come straight in front and up, and they're going to stay here. So they're like, you're all one piece. So you're not doing twisty, twisty. If your arms move, that's because your middle moved. All right, so lean it back to where you feel a little engagement right here. If you want to bring the feet off the floor, you can do that, or keep them down. And then turn the arms, turn the arms. So you're twisting your torso, twisting torso. Good. So find whatever version works for you. If you're keeping your feet on the floor, then experiment with how far back you need to move. You might need to be right up here. That's okay. Or you can take it a little farther back, or to the point that you're almost about to fall backwards. Good, twist, 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 twist. Good, alrighty. So now we're gonna lay on our back again. Bringing the toes, their feet, fairly close up to your rear. And then we're gonna just lift our shoulders and head off the mat. Just slap one side of the foot, then slap the other foot. So keep that going. Slap, 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 slap. Our shoulders and head are up off the floor. Doing great. 2 more. Awesome. Okay, now this one feels a little silly, but it's kind of fun. So you're gonna keep laying on your back. Take hold of your knees or your shins here, one in each hand, so not wrapping all the way around. And then we're just gonna rock a little bit. So we'll rock forward, and you can keep this small. Again, this is one of those, you experiment with how it feels good for you. So you can keep it little, or try and make it a little bigger. And then if that feels okay, try and sit it up and roll it back. Or remember, just keep it that little rock that we did in the beginning. That's fine too. Good. And then little rock, little rock. Good. Okay, we're going to come back to that first thing. So we're staying right here on our back. We're lifting our feet up in the air. Now remember, you can do your super enthusiastic version for anybody watching who wants to take it up a big notch. Or keep those feet aimed at the ceiling and then reach for them. Reach, reach, reach. Good, 2 more. Awesome. Come back onto all fours. Okay, so we're going to do those little axis crawls again in a circle. Now, if you want to really make it more challenging, flip the toes back, lift the knees off the floor. Again, you don't have to do it. You can do it the way we did the other round with knees on the floor. But either way, opposite arm and leg, take it around. Good, and then the other way. Now both of these use some coordination, and they do wonderful things for your brain. The difference is if you're doing it the version with the knees off the floor, you get more core work. Good, take it around the other way. Good. All right. We're going to come back to that seated position with knees bent. Feet on the floor lightly. Arms in front. We're going to lean it back just to where we feel some engagement here. So you can take it further back or keep it higher, whichever way it challenges you. Feet on the floor or off. And we'll twist, twist, twist. Good. All right, bring yourself back up, feet back up if needed. Now let's lay on our back again. We're gonna do those little feet slaps. Y'all are doing great. It's an awesome way to start Monday. All right, here we go. Shoulders and head off the ground. We're gonna tap, 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 tap. 2 more. Awesome. Okay, our little rocking chair again. That's the one where we're holding our knees or our shins and just doing a little bit of a rock. So start it small. And then up to you if you want to make it bigger or keep it small. If you're making it bigger, see how big you can make it. I think I'm moving just like in a regular rocking chair. I never can seem to stay in one spot. I'm going to take it smaller. Good. Those are kind of fun, I think, and they're good for you. All right, one more round of these, okay? We're on our back. We're bringing our feet up to the floor. Remember, the more advanced version here is feet down and up. I'm going to kick my plant if I do that, so I'm not. So toes up, and we're going to reach. Reach, reach, reach. We're doing 3 more. 2 and 1. Awesome. Coming to all fours again for one more round of crawls. So this time, whichever version you choose, we're just going to take it even slower for a little more control here. All right. So we'll move a foot, pause. Move, pause. Slow like a sloth. Slow. Good. Take it the other way. In slow motion. Trying to remember to keep your head up. Doing great. We're going to go around each way one more time. Nice and slow. Good. Other way. Good. Awesome. Okay, one more time with these little twists. So we're sitting nice and tall. And we're going to bring our torso back till we feel those abs engage. Reach the arms in front. Choose your foot position. And then twist. 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 Now, if you do have your feet up off the floor, try to keep them as stationary as possible. Doing great. And 2 more. All right. Awesome. Lay it on back. Now, a little hint is the closer you get your heels to your high knee, you don't have to move as far to make those slaps. All right, here we go. Head and shoulders off the floor, reaching towards our toes. Slap one side, then the other. Two more. Awesome. Okay, our little rocking chairs. So play with this. Hands grasping knees or shins. Start with little rocks. And then if you want to make them bigger, feel free. Or keep them small. Or if this just really doesn't feel good at all, find something different that keeps you moving. You could do little egg rolls, which is Turn your head and then let the legs come. And then turn the eyes and the head. So this is another version. If you don't want to do the rocking chair. Good. And I'm going to come back to my rocking chair one more time here. Little rocks. Bigger. Okay. And I want to do one more. All right. So now let's just have a seat in whatever way is comfortable. I'm going to grab my water again. Awesome. All right, let's just do a bit of stretching here. So let's place our hands, depending on how you're sitting, but if you can sit somewhat cross-legged or somewhere thereabouts, let the hands rest on your knees, sitting nice and tall as you can, crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Good. Let's let our head lean to one side towards the shoulder without forcing. Good. Then bring it back to center. Let it lean the other way. Again, not forcing, just letting the weight of your head do the stretching for you. Back to center. And lean. Back to center. And lean. Good. Back to center. Now look one side. Let the eyes lead. And then eyes lead again to the front and back to the other side. Good. Back to the front. Now let's walk one hand around behind and take the other one to the opposite knee. So we're just going to walk those fingers around as far as they will without pain. And hold a little twist here. Remembering to breathe. Good. Let those fingers walk back to the front. We're going to do it on the other side. So that hand comes to the outside of your thigh or knee. And lock those other fingers back. Hold the twist. Good. Walk the fingers back to the front. Let's bring an arm across. Give it a little hug. Get fingers wiggling. Get a wrist moving. Good. Bring the other arm across. Give it a little hug. Get those fingers moving. Little wrists. Good, and the other way. Good. Interlace those fingers. Give our wrists some love here. Good. Take them the other way with twists. Awesome. All right. Thanks for starting your week with me.